What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I hope everyone's having a good day. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel for the show. Hope everyone is blessed. I hope everyone's enjoying the NBA playoffs. It's looking like the Celtics swept Indiana last night, so the Celtics will be going to the NBA Finals. It's also looking like the Mavs. It looks like they might close out that game tonight. They play the Timberwolves. A lot of us is hoping that the Mavs will close out that series. So it's looking like it's going to be a good NBA Finals, guys. Something to be excited about. It's going to be Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown versus Luka and Kyrie, guys. It's pretty much a matchup of which two duels is going to run out of gas, and whoever runs out of gas is going to lose. So that's pretty much my take. But I want to hear you guys' predictions. Who you guys think is going to win that NBA Finals. But we're going to jump right into it, guys. Today I want to talk about the Patriots. I want to talk about Drake Maye. The biggest question is Drake Maye. When is he going to start? At what point will he start the season? Will it be some type of, Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe kind of, passing? Is Jacoby Brissett going to get hurt on a play and then we're going to have to throw in Drake Maye? It's going to be really interesting to see at what point does Jeremy Fowler give the green light to, Drake Maye. There's a lot of development in Drake Maye, obviously. I think it is the right decision to start Jacoby Brissett. And I guess let me start off with this conversation. I do like the idea that Jacoby Brissett should start the beginning of the season. I mean, just looking at the schedule, guys. Looking at the schedule, week 1, we play in Cincinnati. We're going up against Joe Burrow, guys, and that defense is going to be pretty good. Then week 2, we play Seattle, which is going to be the home opener, which is the game I'm going to go to. And I hope I see some of you guys there. I'm going to definitely try to make it to that home opener game against Seattle, but that's still going to be a tough one, guys. Then, week 3, we play on the road. We play in New York. That's going to be a tough one. Then week 4, we play San Francisco. That's going to be a tough one, guys. And then week 5, we come back home to Miami. So looking at the first 5 weeks, that is a brutal schedule to put on a young quarterback. And I think with Jacoby Brissett, I think with his experience, it makes all the world in the sense for him to be the bridge quarterback. When you look at Alex Van Pelt, looking at, the system he had in Cleveland and Jacoby Brissett playing under that, I think we're going to play that same style of offense where Jacoby Brissett, this is not going to be too new to him. This playbook isn't going to be too new to him. This is something he can digest. He can inform the younger players. Because, again, I like Javon Baker and Polk. Those are 2 potential receivers that can potentially be a true number 1 or at least a true number 2, a second option. These are some good talents that we've drafted. So shout out to Elliott Wolf, guys. I like how he revamped this offense. But I think with Jacoby Brissett, another reason why he should start is because of the brutal schedule. But let's talk about the experience. And let's talk about development. Jacoby Brissett, he's thrown to a Amari Cooper. He's thrown to a T.Y. Hilton. He's thrown to some really good, receivers throughout his career. So he knows what it's like to for receivers to do certain routes and timing. And I think that's how he can work with the younger, receivers to try to get them to a level of how to run the right routes, how to, time your routes, how to get open. Jacoby Brissett, he's been in a lot of locker rooms. He's been around a lot of receivers where he can truly help this younger core. And that's what this is about. It's about the development of the younger players. And I just think if Drake Maye was to just be out there with the younger players, it's like they're all figuring it out. But the fact that Jacoby Brissett, he has the experience, he knows what it takes to win, he knows what it takes, as far as being a good receiver, a good NFL receiver, because he's thrown to many great ones. So, and then I guess the third point is with Drake Maye. I mean, we've heard Jeremy Fowler say it. He needs to work on his mechanics. Drake Maye, he needs to polish up his game. I have a lot of hope in Drake Maye. I think Drake Maye can be a franchise quarterback, but it's the way we put him into the situation of actually coming into the game and saying, okay, I feel comfortable, I'm ready, I know my checkdowns. I don't think Drake Maye is there, and that's okay. He's a work in progress. And I think that's the most exciting thing, guys, for you Patriot fans. Like that's what's so exciting about me is we don't know what Drake Maye is gonna become. But we're hopeful that if he's put in the right situation where he has protection, and I think that's going to be the third point I'm going to get into. But with Drake Maye, we want him to be comfortable coming into the situation. Again, we have nothing to lose. The Patriots, we're not competing for a playoff spot. We're not competing for a title this year. We have nothing to lose. It's all about the development of Drake Maye. And I guess to kind of bring up this big third point, because I think it's important, is the offensive line, guys. We can't just throw in Drake Maye when his offensive line is still trying to, get themselves together. I'm looking at Cole Strange. When is he going to come back? He's been dealing with a lot of knee injuries. We're hopeful that he can come back mid-season so he can make an impact on his line, guys. Seaton Wallace, I know that was controversial with Elliott. Many were saying, why did we draft him? He's a right tackle. We need a left tackle. But it's looking like he's going to be a versatile player where he may play on the left side of the field. So we got to figure out our offensive line as far as when it comes to that. David Andrews, I believe we re-signed him. He's still going to be a good centerpiece, but there's still some holes on this offensive line where we still haven't figured it out completely. And that's one of the worst things. We can't just throw in Drake Maye when we don't even know what the offensive line is going to look like, because that's just a recipe for disaster. So I do think that Jacoby Brissett will start week 1. I think it makes the most sense. When you look at the experience, how he can help the younger receivers. When you look at the brutal schedule, I just think it's not best for Drake Maye to just start week 1, and I definitely think that, Drake Maye could be a special, franchise quarterback. I'm saying that right now, but I just think throughout training camp, he just has to develop on his throwing mechanics, his release. People say his release is slow. I wish I could kind of maybe look that up right now, because a lot of, there's a lot that he needs to work on. Throwing release. Let's see how his throwing release looks right now. Let me see if I can get a number on that. All right, maybe I have to do more research to get on that. But, people just, that's what, scouts are saying. His throwing motion is too slow. His footwork isn't the best. It's sloppy, but it's stuff that he can fix. But he has all the tangibles. He has the leadership. He has that charisma to want to be better, so he can take criticism. So I know throughout time he's going to get used to the playbook. He's going to know his dropbacks. He's going to read defensive plays, and it's all going to come to him, guys. But I don't want to make this video too long, but this is just a kind of a warm-up of what's happening in training camp. It's looking like, Bailey Zappe's getting some reps. Joe Milton, he's working with, the third team. Drake Maye, we're seeing him work with the second unit. We're seeing him get a couple reps. But Jeremy Fowler said that's going to change, and hopefully we see more reps out of Drake Maye, because that's how he's going to get better. I don't really like the idea of Bailey Zappe getting reps, because I don't see him being the future for the Patriots. I think Drake Maye should get the most reps as he can. And I don't think that should be taken away to give to, Bailey Zappe or even another quarterback. So I definitely want to see Drake Maye more. I want to see more of him in training camp and OTAs, but we will have more footage of that. And I think that's the next step for the Patriots, is just to try to get as much reps as he can in practice and in OTAs, because that's how he's going to get better. That's how he's going to shine. And we talk so much about the Patriots defense. If Drake Maye has to go up against the Patriots defense every day, just imagine how much better he's going to get throughout, the season. Because personally, I think the Patriots is one of the best defenses in the league, especially when you talk about corners and safeties, because that's what you have to read as a quarterback. More than just linebackers and stuff. You got to look up the field. You got to know and read defenses. So I'm excited, guys, and I think Drake Maye is going to have a good training camp, and that's all we're thriving for, guys. So I don't want to make this video too long, but for you Patriot fans, be sure to subscribe, drop a like. I will be keeping up with you guys throughout training camp, all the way to the preseason, guys. So until next time, have a good day. See you guys in my next video. Peace.